SDCC 2019.
Hey now.
Alright, so day 2. Did a little bit of drinking last night.
Did you?
So shout out to Rich. I actually met Rich for the first time. He came through to the bar. We were chilling with a bunch of toy photogs from the community, and Rich from the Raw Live Under the Podcasting Network came through, and we had already been drinking some beers, but he like made us drink whiskey. So, but shout out to him, man. Good people. It's good to finally meet him. Headed in now, run up to this Lego thing and try to get one of these little Lego mini figures. I'm with my boy Tim.
How could you miss out on this face? Come on, Comic-Con!
So I'll be punching in some audio here where necessary. You know, this is how I do my vlogs sometimes, just to give you a little more insight and bring the whole story together through each vlog. But this fella that you see here, his name is Tim Chismar. He's a writer, author. He's authored a couple of books, and usually does like horror themed writing, and he's into horror shit basically. But he is on panels each year at Comic-Con, and this year I didn't actually get a press pass. I dragged my feet with filling out the application, and I didn't have press, but I wasn't worried about it. I always figure it out. Comic-Con is all about the hustle. It's about the wheeling and dealing. So my shout out to my man Ed. His mom had actually booked a room that they ended up not using because they booked another hotel closer than the original hotel that she booked, and she asked me if I wanted to take it. It had 2 beds. I would just need to find somebody to fill the other bed. I knew that my girl wasn't going to go this year because her family that lives in San Diego moved back to DC, so I had to figure out something. Ed found this guy through like a Facebook group. He was looking for a room. We chopped it up, and he basically ended up trading me a couple of pro badges for the other bed in the room. And it was a pretty cool experience meeting him and chopping it up with him. We actually had one night, we had like this crazy like 2-hour political debate about Trump and whatever, because he's a Trump supporter. I'm putting him on blast, but you know, it wasn't heated or anything like that. That discussion wasn't, but we did have one disagreement about the room like the night before. Actually, no, it was that night, and we ended up getting into a whole nother discussion later on in the night when things cooled down. But I was going to have to put hands and feet on Tim. But yeah, it's all good. It worked out. But again, that's just the Comic-Con experience and just, you know, life experiences. I thought it was pretty funny. But in the end, it all worked out. He ended up being a crazy cool dude. And shout out to Ted, man. So we're going to go try to grab this little Lego thing that's highly sought after. And we'll see what happens. All right, I'll check back in with y'all. Lego line.
But then some people.
This line goes all the way down by the marina.
Oh, good old Coops.
So you got a 50-50 chance to get in whatever the figure of the day is. See what happens. So this was one of those little Comic-Con niche things, these little Lego minifigures that were the craze. But you had to line up mad early to get one of these things. I'm talking like 6 a.m. and the line stretched for at least half a mile. I'm not even joking. And basically you stood there for a few hours, and once you get up to the front, there was like an iPad. You would touch the screen. If it popped up that you got the figure, then you got the figure. And if not, you may have stood in that line for all of that time for nothing. So the first day was this Spider-Man. That was Friday. Saturday, they offered Stranger Things Barb. And on the third day, Sunday, they offered the Zebra Batman. So I didn't get Barb, but I did all right the other 2 days. So Lego mini figures came through in the clutch, man. That's all I'll say. So they put this out late in the evening yesterday. I wasn't here, but we had the teaser for this Suits thing a minute ago. Todd had the name from the computer system for Target or Walmart or something like that. So we knew it was a Suits 2-pack, but we didn't know it was going to be Deadpool and Hitmonkey. So I'll wait for you to get a Hitmonkey if you never got the original Hitmonkey Build-A-Figure, I guess. And obviously we're going to get a Mr. Negative at some point. You got to know that. Some cool accessories though. Just came from the post office, stepped out the con for a second. I thought this was funny. Did you know Justice League isn't a true Zack Snyder film? Released the Snyder cut. Fucking kidding. Who paid for this? That's hilarious. I spend a lot of time in this post office each year. Shout out to the staff at the Horton Plaza post office in San Diego. They always show me love. I always be in there just opening up shit. Taking bubble wrap and opening up several packages, but you know, I'll let them know how many I opened and how many labels and stuff I took and pay my tab at the end. You know, I always do the right thing as far as that's concerned. But I can remember many years back when I had ruptured my Achilles before I went to Comic-Con, and I was in a wheelchair, and me and Slings stood up in there for hours packing up boxes and stuff, and I was in there dragging my foot around, walking around even though I wasn't supposed to be walking. But shout out to Slings, man, much love to him. But anyway, me and Fabio was in here this year. Usually on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday I'll ship from here, and then I have another little low-key spot for Sundays that will package up all of your stuff in a big-ass box and ship it back, and I'll use them on Sunday if I have a larger load to send back. So yeah, when we left here though, we got totally lost. I'm listening to Fabio, and we walked in a total wrong direction. We got so lost that we had to get in an Uber, a Lyft to go back to the convention center. Fabio thought he had it all planned out as to the way we were supposed to be walking, but he was wrong. Now we headed back to the convention center to what are we doing? Going to Hasbro?
We're talking to NECA next.
NECA, and film some Hasbro stuff, and then the Hasbro panel is at 4. But this was the Mezco reveal today. Actually, this went up for pre-order on the Mezco site. It was a site exclusive, and now it's out. So Far From Home Spider-Man. Personally, I don't buy any Mezco Spider-Man figures, so I'm good on this, but it looks alright in person. Man, this Magneto, bro. That's crazy. What's going on there? We just killing time now before Hasbro shit, basically.
What time are you guys heading out there? As soon as I'm done with NECA, so. Oh, you are? Yeah, like 3:30.
So all of the Mezco show exclusives are sold out, finally. Moonknight, Street Gomez, and Gordon.
I'm trying to get regular.
Dallas James. Yo, Dallas, say what's good.
It's good in the hood.
Get the hell out the way, Fabio.
It's good in the hood. What you mean, the first one? Did you get that one? The $4 one? Yeah.
So first up is the Velocity suit.
Obviously not a huge reception for the reveal of these figures, these particular skins from the Spider-Man PS4 game. Not a lot of people were impressed, nor was I. But I'll talk about my reactions and my feelings and thoughts for the individual reveals in a separate video. I'm going to just keep going through. I guess this was day 2, Friday. But I just wanted to give a heads up that I do have an interview with Hasbro that's going to go up, and then I'll be talking about each individual figure in that video as well. So when I was standing in line earlier, this is like the Gentle Giant and Crush guys. That's Renee right there talking to Fabio. But earlier when I was standing in line for the Hasbro thing, Renee had introduced me to May, and I didn't realize until like 5 minutes ago that it was May's shelf, or Sculptor shelf. So that's who that is basically. Yo, May, say what's up. Just say hi. It's video. All right. I'll see y'all downstairs. So yeah, I didn't realize that was May Shelf, man. Real cool guy. I tried to squeeze a little information out of him about what new head sculpts he would be putting out on his own, but he said he would announce them before DesignerCon. But he worked on Strong Guy. What else did he say? Polaris.
No, not Polaris.
Havoc. And you know, he's done a bunch of shit. Scarlet Witch from the Family Matters 3-pack. He's done a bunch of shit, so man, he's a real talented guy, real humble, real cool. So, all right, we heading down to Hasbro to see some of this stuff in person. Everybody's hanging out down at Hasbro after the panel every year. They normally put the reveals from the panel out in the case. So it's like the after credit scene for a Marvel movie. You should never leave. You gotta stay to the very end.
I know, I'm trying to like remember the story. The story about when he just gave me that accent. I thought he gave me the oh, it's like I remember. No, it was no, it was shipping all over. Hey, you see that?
Ryan, let us snap a few before you put the glass back on.
They ain't even put them on there yet.
The dome looks great, man.
That's crispy.